Well, hi everybody. Nancy Sylvia, Executive Director at Alliance Healthcare Foundation.
Sylvia Vadron, Program Officer at Alliance Healthcare Foundation. How's everyone doing today?
Welcome. So glad you joined us today. So this is all like new stuff. Did you realize that? It's like we're not on YouTube right now. We're at Google Hangout. And if you know what that is and you want to join us through your Google Plus account, like join us on Google, we can actually see you, and we would love to have you join us. But as usual, you can always like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on LinkedIn, Pinterest. Now we got Google Plus and we got Google Hangout. And if you really are confused, just tweet me, and I'll like pick it up and I'll figure out. Actually, I'll ask these guys on the other side of the camera, what does this mean? Anyway, welcome. We're really glad to have you today. Also notice that Sylvia and I are wearing the same colors, this orange kind of color with the black jackets. I just thought that it would be a good idea in our new setting to also have an office uniform. So we decided from now on we will always dress alike for these. Totally kidding.
Totally unintentional. Do not believe a word she just said.
So let's just get on with the program. You ready? We're going to talk first about just kind of finalize the mission support grants, say a few words about where we're at, what's going on.
Well, we have our new grantees for San Diego and Imperial County of the mission support grant. We're getting all of the work that has to follow with every single cycle, which is, contracts and whatnot. We're going to be doing some videos. I absolutely want to thank everyone that applied. And we learned a whole lot about so many of the organizations, and everyone's been really gracious. I do want to invite people that would like to learn how the process goes for the funding. Feel free to call me. It's about a 30-minute phone call so that I can walk you through the whole process and you can have a clear understanding of how the mission support grant cycle funding goes. So I've gotten a few of those calls. I've actually gotten some really nice letters from people that were not funded, and they were just so gracious and thankful, and I really appreciate that. Just want to thank everyone. In addition, I want to thank all of the community raters that helped us rate the applications for the 106 applicants that we had. Big shout out to you. It's so great to know that we have those that kind of support out in the community, and it's always been, very much enlightening for the applicants to know that there are so many people involved in considering their application. So to thank you all for all of your work. I wish you the best of luck in the next cycle, and we're kicking it off for the 2014 mission support.
And if you're somebody out there that knows a lot of these community organizations, but you wouldn't ever be a grantee of ours, and you would love to be a rater, call Sylvia and let her know. We're always looking for more raters, so that would be great for you to get involved and look at these applications that we're getting in.
We're always looking for new raters, and yes, I would very much welcome that kind of help.
Don't forget, you can tweet us any questions. Like if you have a question about mission support, go ahead and tell us. Stump Sylvia. In fact, address it to Sylvia. That would be good.
Yes, come on. She needs to see this happen, because eventually it's going to happen eventually, so might as well get it over with.
Do it now, right? So I was out in Imperial today, but I hear you were wanting to talk about something that was going on that happened out in Calexico.
Yes, it was, one of these very unique events that I really thought it was, one of those stand-down events for the homeless, and it turned out to be that it was a lifeline of services for homeless, so it's called differently, but it was so surprising to see so many organizations so early in the morning on a Saturday. And they had an array of services for the homeless and other things such as blankets and foods and haircuts and whatnot. But the real gist of the event was to gather as many homeless as they could, reach out to them, bring them to this location to enroll them in Covered California, and a lot of other resources that they can avail themselves of. And it was such a success. And it was most amazing to me was that, we see homeless in the way we see them here in San Diego. In Imperial County, it was a little different because most of them were farm workers that are out of jobs. and without a job they can't rent a place, so they hang out at the parks.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a very well organized event. A lot of support from many organizations. Actually, at least there were 3 of our own grantees in Imperial County that were there, and I was very impressed with that. And especially knowing, if I can just add a little more to this.
No, you're done.
No, please, because this is totally relevant. We had a status update on Covered California enrollment yesterday through a webinar that San Diego Grantmakers facilitated for us. And we heard that 53% of the homeless in California are eligible, and they're not enrolling. So I thought that this was a very timely event to get as many of, we had at least 200 people enrolled and receiving services on that day.
Well, since you've mentioned so much about Covered California, it's probably good for us to mention that the end of the month is the end of enrollment for this particular year, and open enrollment won't happen again until November. So it's really important, if you need insurance, that you go online and enroll at Covered California and get insurance now. So
there's a lot of resources, and I think one thing that we can feel very proud of, San Diego and the Bay Area are in the lead in the state of California.
Yeah, go San Diego!
So, yes, thought you'd like to hear that.
But, that really speaks to the fact that Imperial County has really kind of been left out. And so it's good that these organizations, and of course 211 and Catholic Charities and the Council of Community Clinics, are all out there doing their part to educate and outreach to the people in Imperial County to get them educated about Covered California.
Yes, they couldn't say enough of the sisters yesterday at that webinar. They've done a tremendous job.
Right.
It's a hard job, and reach out to those many people, but they're doing it. They're doing a great job.
That's great. Are you done?
I'm done.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Feel free anytime. Jump right in there.
I know.
So, last year, one of the things that I got involved with and that I'm doing again this year is working with the Association of Fundraising Professionals and helping out with National Philanthropy Day. And last year we really worked to try to get a real broad base of applications in and recognize that for our nonprofits. It's kind of hard, it's like last minute, this isn't one of their priority kinds of things, but it's a great way to recognize those that have been doing philanthropy, volunteer of their time or their talents or giving of money. And this National Philanthropy Day is when you get to recognize the people that have been important in your organization. There's different categories. There's like the outstanding organizational volunteer. So it's not always about giving money, and it's not always about giving the biggest dollars either. We're really looking for those people that are really giving to your organization that have an impact on what you're doing. So it could be just the time that they put in.
Volunteer hours.
Exactly. So there's organizational volunteer, there's a development fundraising volunteer, philanthropic organization, philanthropic corporation, a celebrity kind of well-known person, like a Junior Seau was, or a television celebrity or something like that. Outstanding youth and student volunteers. This is the one that we got some really great applications in for this particular award. And we're looking at how we can really recognize the work that youth and students are doing in their volunteer time for organizations. And then also the outstanding philanthropist. So start thinking about that, because we're going to get the applications out soon. And if you're thinking about it already, you'll be much better prepared to send in a nomination.
I was very impressed with last year's with the youth that had raised $30,000.
Yes.
But she wanted to be able to supply for the organization she was supporting. I mean, a young woman in high school.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was very impressive.
Yeah. And so, be thinking about it and think about who you might want to nominate that's been impactful on your organization. That would be really great. And then along that line, actually not at all along that line, I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, well, we're moving on to, I forgot. Don't forget to like us on Facebook, to follow us on Twitter. We think a lot alike, don't we, Kevin? Follow us on LinkedIn, Pinterest, and don't forget, I got my phone right here, and y'all can...
Sylvia.
Hey, I got a question. Actually, it was a text from our good friend John O'Haney, and he wants to know, hey, where's the live stream? Where is it, Kevin?
You can go to our YouTube channel, and they can watch it live.
Okay, hang on just a minute. I got to tell them, go to, I can't spell
our
it
YouTube channel to watch it live.
YouTube channel. And we're live.
We are live.
Everybody's having to watch me do this silly little text. Isn't this interesting?
It's live.
Don't you love this?
It's live.
Okay.
Live television. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Hi. YouTube channel. Anyway, something like that. I think you'll get it. But for all y'all that are already on board, just send me a tweet. Tell me, ask us a question. Stump Sylvia. Remember, that's the job today. Oh wait. Look, I've got some other things. I got some other types of things. Hey, where's the plant in today's episode? Out the window. You see that big plant out the window?
It's called a tree.
How about that? I'm glad y'all noticed that there was a change, though. Looking forward to shooting the Mission Support Grantees videos this year. Are you ready? There's some organizations out there that are probably sweating this, right? Because we're going to do a Pacheco-cha. How you say it?
Pacheco-cha.
There you go. Look at that. You know what that is? P-E-C-H-A-K-U-C-H-A. Pacheco-cha.
2 words.
Yeah, 2 words. Oh, I
Pacheco-cha.
forgot to put the space. P-E-C-H-A space.
Pacheco.
Say that 3 times fast.
Pacheco-cha. Pacheco-cha.
Anyway.
Or Pechacucha, as some of the
No,
people say.
no.
Pacheco-cha? Pacheco-cha.
Actually, there's a video you can go to and watch, and they tell you exactly how to pronounce it. It's supposed to be Japanese, but it kind of doesn't sound Japanese to me. But, what would I know about Japanese? I don't know. Anyway, so we're looking forward to doing a Pacheco-cha. We're actually going to do a Pacheco-cha mini. That's my version of Pacheco-cha because it's going to be 10 slides going for 20 seconds each. I bet you can't wait to see those on our Facebook page. Looks like a new set for the show. Did you move?
Wow,
no,
actually, are noticing. I should have been watching.
Actually, we're in the same room. I bet people didn't know that, but my office moved. This used to be my office, and we used to face that direction. Anyway, and this window was behind my desk, which was always a mess, so we didn't want to use it. So my desk moved. I moved out of this office, and now this is our second conference room. And so, changing things up, it's a good thing.
And we wear a uniform now.
And yeah, because as long as Sylvia and I are going to be a uniform, the set should change, right? The look should change. But soon, coming up in a couple weeks, we're actually going to do the Innovation Funding Forum. Now that we finish Mission Support, we move on to Innovation Initiative. And this year we're just doing the Funding Forum. But this is a great way for you to hear about what innovation is, our past grantees, and kind of an update on their projects. They're actually going to do a real Pacheco-cha and do presentations that way about what they're doing. And then we're also going to talk about the various types of funding that we do have available, because I think sometimes people are always, people call us all the time, like, would this fit here, would this fit there? And so it's a great opportunity for us to, maybe clarify a few things.
And they're also going to be hearing, from the grantees in the past, so they're going to be able to see hands-on experience of the I2 grantees that are going to be presenting.
Didn't I say that? Anyway, yeah, so it's all going to be there. Anyway, it's coming up. Who's the horse? You calling me a horse now? Anyway, we've got the funding forums coming up on April the 2nd. It's from 9:30 to 11:30, and it's at the Mission Valley Hilton where are we at?
Is it the Sheraton or is it?
That's a good reason for you to go to our Facebook page or to our website or to LinkedIn and find out what the heck we're doing, because apparently we don't know. But it is happening on April the 2nd. Please go online and register so that we know you're coming, and you'll find out about all of the types of grants that we have, our innovation initiative, find out what's innovative to us, and hear from past grantees for the innovation initiative. And hopefully we'll get in some really great proposals this round. This year, as you know, it's $1 million innovation initiative, but we're really looking for a lot of different ideas and how you would solve healthcare access problems and concerns. And then I bet you're wondering, can y'all see these plants? Can they see these guys? So
they're not trees.
Slowly but surely. See? I've got this stuff in this hand and this stuff in this hand, and the reason why I'm actually even showing, is going to hold one? You can hold one.
Thank you for sharing.
Yes. Anyway, you may have seen on our Facebook page that I posted that the International Rescue Committee, IRC, has something called the Roots Farm. And what they do is they work with the refugees in our community and teach them to be farmers, and they help them create the community gardens, and they keep some of the produce for themselves, but some of them they just got an agreement with Whole Foods, and they're selling some of their produce at Whole Foods.
Great.
So, of course, being supportive of IRC and the refugees in our community, I went to Whole Foods today and I bought these things. And I know that's kale, and I know, I make my version of kale chips, but I would really love to hear from you. What do I do with this stuff? And I think this is chard or something like that. You can't even tell me how to pronounce it. But I bought it because I love this color. So you got to tell me what to do with it because I'm not exactly sure how to cook it. Don't tell me. But
I don't
tell
know.
me,
I can't tell you.
tweet some ideas for us about what to do with this. I think it'd be really good in soup. Is it good in salad? I don't know. So definitely tweet us. Let us know at AllianceHF and tell me what you think. Don't forget, always, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, follow us on LinkedIn. We've got Pinterest. Now we've got Google Plus, and we've got Hangout. It's all cool. So join us. Learn more about us.
That is a beautiful color.
Isn't it pretty?
It is very pretty.
It's very, I think it's part of the office uniform.
At least it matches well or blends at least.
You know, it all looks good. It
Yeah.
looks really yummy. I can't wait to eat it, but I don't know what to do with it. So please tell me. Thank you. Anything else you have to say?
Nope. Thank you for being with us today. It was great to share our time with you and the events and the things that have been happening at Alliance and
In our community,
in
especially.
our community especially. And we look forward to having you back next month.
Thanks so much. Bye.
And you have to sing the theme song.
Do, 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 do. We'll figure out how to get that on too.
Bye-bye, everyone.